Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. The Nunvoot Department of Health says tuberculosis outbreaks in Pungnuktu and Pond Inlet have been contained. The department says there were 60 combined cases of active TB and 340 cases of latent TB. Officials say while the outbreaks are over, TB is still prevalent in Nunavut. The territory's acting chief public health officer says factors like overcrowded housing and food insecurity can make people sick or reinfected.
All these things that come together for the TB outbreak to happen in the first place. We need to keep working on identifying anyone with signs and symptoms, treating them, but also making the conditions better for people. All these things will have to be ongoing to make sure that we maintain the state that we've worked so hard to come to.
There are still TB outbreaks in Arvit and Nauyat. Symptoms include a cough lasting longer than 3 weeks and unexplained weight loss. Anyone experiencing symptoms should notify their local health center. Answers this week for Yukoners, but perhaps not the ones some hoped for. An independent review tasked with explaining the Eagle mine failure published its findings on Wednesday. The mine closed after a landslide last summer at its heap leach facility. Gabrielle Plonka tells us what the review found.
The Eagle gold mine had a lot of issues. Its heap leaching facility wasn't draining properly, the mining company was using poor quality ore, and had a malfunctioning separator. All of those problems and others led to the catastrophic landslide last year, according to a new review. The Yukon's Minister of Mines says his government is taking the findings seriously.
Public confidence is lost quickly and built slowly. So I think that we have to continue that hard work.
The investigation report closes with more than 50 recommendations, some of them geared towards government and others towards the mining industry.
That it isn't just the Yukon that's looking at this, right? The whole mining industry is looking at it, trying to understand, like, everyone wants to make sure mining is done safely.
The Eagle mine is currently in receivership and up for sale. The mine sits on the traditional territory of the First Nation of Nacho Dun. The First Nations chief says this review is not enough as community members continue to grapple with the disaster 1 year later.
It's not safe anymore, and the mess is in the water, the mess is on the land, and it's just not fair to all those that live around it. We're the ones that we have to live with that now.
A local advocacy group is circulating a petition. It wants to ban open pad heap leaching in the Yukon entirely. The group's chair says the latest review lacks real answers.
Who's accountable? Isn't our politicians? Shouldn't they be accountable? And for allowing these things to take place?
It's been a long year for residents since the Eagle mine failed. They say this report is technical, but it still doesn't answer the question on everybody's mind. Whose fault is it? Roberts and the First Nation of Nacho Dun still want a public inquiry. That remains to be seen. Gabrielle Plonka, CBC News, Whitehorse.
A loving husband, an awesome dad, and the bright spark in every room. That's how two brothers are remembering a Yellowknife helicopter pilot who died 1 year ago. Saturday was the anniversary of the crash in Fort Good Hope NWT that claimed his life. The CBC's Leanie Lambrink shows us Tom Frith through his family's eyes.
It's all we ever want to do is talk about Tom.
Who, in the end, was a hero.
Yeah.
The fact that it was just a mechanical failure, which put the chopper down, it's pretty tough.
Yellowknife chopper pilot Tom Frith was the oldest of 5 brothers growing up in Australia. On a farm west of Brisbane, it was a childhood 2 of those brothers remember fondly. They say there was never a dull moment when Tom was around.
A lot of fun, like just personality coming out of every pore, high energy.
Radiates energy.
Yeah.
So as an older brother, he was definitely someone that we all looked up to. Whether that was for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, we followed him.
Tom moved to the NWT in 2018 to continue his career as a chopper pilot. He worked around the territory with Great Slave helicopters. One of his jobs, protecting communities from forest fires. It was at Yellowknife's Folk on the Rocks Music Festival where he met Julia. They got married in 2022. Fergus says when their sons were born, it seemed like his older brother's heart would burst.
He was so deeply in love with Julia and the boys, and he was he would let her know all the time too. He wore his heart on his sleeve. He was a very emotional bloke too, very caring, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say there. He just loved her so deeply, and I know that went both ways too.
Tom had been protecting Fort Good Hope from fire when he died. Julia and their 2 toddlers, George and Eli, traveled there Saturday to mark the 1-year anniversary of the crash.
He lost his life saving the Fort Good Hope Culture Centre. And that's not lost on the people of Fort Good Hope. You know, it's represented in the ceremony that they had and the amount of people that turned up. You know, how much respect they have for Tom and what he was doing. So I guess for him to go out that way, it's fitting to the man that he was. Like, he would do anything for anyone else.
The Transportation Safety Board has said that a parts failure is to blame for what happened. It hasn't released its final report into the crash. That's expected in the next 2 months or so. Lainey Lambrink, CBC News, Yellowknife.
The Yukon Energy Corporation is looking for a license renewal for its Whitehorse hydroelectric dam. The Yukon Water Board is holding a public hearing that started on Wednesday. Representatives from local First Nations and the Yukon government are there to weigh in on the pending agreements. The CBC's Marissa Mayer has more.
Last time the facility needed a license renewal was in 2000. Yukon Energy says the long-term license is important for getting work done at the dam. But after consultations, they did reduce the term in their proposal to 20 years.
Throughout our discussions, we heard a real concern from some participants that a 25-year license will lead to a set it and forget it scenario. In response to this concern, Yukon Energy has committed to processes throughout the license term and not to stop these processes once the license was issued.
A lot has changed since the last license renewal. None of the affected First Nations, Kwanlin Dun, Carcross Tagish, or Taan Quechan, had signed their final agreements yet. Some say this is a significant milestone in the implementation of their final agreements.
When Kwanlin Dun signed its final agreement with the governments of Yukon and Canada 20 years ago now, we ensured there would be tools to address the harm done to our lands and culture. This is the first time that Kwanlin Dun has had the opportunity to discuss the Whitehorse Hydro Dam and its impacts. This dam is part of the continued process of colonization.
The hearings continue into next week in Whitehorse. Anyone can attend virtually or in person to provide input. Marissa Mayer, CBC News, Whitehorse.
In the Northwest Territories, 73 fires are burning and no new fires have been reported in the last 24 hours. In the North Slave, air tankers and crews are working on a fire near the south end of Campbell Lake, and another fire east of Wada Lake is burning close by. The fires are close to Hearn Lake Lodge. The remote fly-in fishing lodge was threatened by fire in 2014, 15, 16, and 2023. The owners of the lodge are concerned about the response so far and have been preparing their property, including using their year-round sprinkler system.
We'll run it for at least an hour to soak down the ground and build up a moisture dome as an extra step of protection. In the next few days, if it starts moving towards us, we will set up we'll call it a bug-out tent on an island in the middle of our lake in case we have to leave here quickly.
NWT Fire says strong winds today were a challenge to fire suppression efforts. In Nunvoot, the Kudlik Energy Corporation is facing 9 charges from the Workers' Safety and Compensation Commission. The charges have to do with an incident that occurred a year ago when a worker died in the power plant at Inauyat. QEC is being charged under the Nunvoot Safety Act. The charges include failing to take all reasonable precautions to ensure the safety of every person at the worksite, failing to sufficiently and competently supervise work, and failing to implement safe work procedures. QEC says it's aware of the charges and it's shared its investigation with the WSCC. QEC says it cooperated fully with another investigation done by the WSCC. The case is scheduled to be heard in court for the first time on August 11th. Yukon RCMP have concluded their investigation into a car accident that happened at the Lewis River Bridge last September. The crash claimed the life of an American man from Arizona. Nate Ostenso was in the passenger seat when the vehicle missed the Lewis River Bridge and plunged into the river. The driver, Seth Jorgensen, was able to escape the sinking vehicle. RCMP and Yukoners extensively searched for Ostenso's body. His body was eventually recovered weeks after the crash. Jorgensen has been charged with careless driving under the Motor Vehicle Act. His next court appearance is set for October 8th in Whitehorse.
This astonishing world, with its infinite possibilities, calls to the world shapers, impact makers, visioneers. Together, let's unlock potential everywhere.
New year, new school, new uniform. High school was a chance at reinvention, a whole new me. Who to join? Jocks? Nerds? This was life or death.
Take a risk. Life's short. Don't waste it living someone else's life. Just live your own.
Sometimes you find yourself in the right place at the right time. And if you're there with the right people, well, it doesn't get any better than that.
I brought a few friends along with me today.
3, 2, 1.
Mom, you're embarrassing me in front of the dragons.
Take me home, James.
Full of surprises here on The Den. Dragon's Den. Watch free on CBC Gem.
12 of Britain's best amateur bakers have made it to the tent.
This is an absolute dream.
Every inch of their baking skill will be scrutinised.
Lovely jubbly.
Those that falter will leave the tent.
One wrong move and it's over.
You want a game? Bring it on.
Go, go, go!
Oh my God! We need help out there.
Yeah, we'll come for you.
This is it. Canada's ultimate challenge.
The Yukon government is defending cutting its business incentive program. The program offered businesses rebates for hiring local youth, construction workers, and apprentices. The move is part of several changes intended to break down barriers and open up internal trade. But some Yukon stakeholders told the CBC they're worried it comes at the cost of removing policies that support local businesses. That's something the Yukon government says must be put into context. It says these supports were created at a time when they were more needed.
The business incentive program was initially created in the 1990s, early 1990s. So I think really context is important for this. Like in 1990, when it was initially created, Yukon's population was about 28,000 people. We had fairly high unemployment rate in Yukon. The Canadian economy was not doing as great. And so fast forward 35 years now, we have a strong population growth. We have one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country, one of the highest participation rates in the economy, a very sophisticated and strong construction sector.
The changes go into effect on July 8th. The head of a youth organization in Yellowknife is repeating a plea she first made 2 years ago. Please lock up your propane tanks. It comes after a person was critically injured by a propane tank explosion in Yellowknife early Tuesday morning. Police believe that person was huffing propane. Tammy Roberts with Home Base Yellowknife says it's been a chronic problem. She spoke earlier with the CBC about the issue.
Of course, shocked like everyone else in the community, but as you said, we have been, as an organization, advocating for youth that we know struggle with this for a few years already. So hard to say that we saw it coming, but we saw it coming. I do know the challenge with propane. You can't store it indoors, so it's really hard for people to put it away or lock it up, and it's easily accessible. So I do understand that that's a challenge, but we did see little bits of change, but with any type of abuse of solvents or alcohol or any drug, you see ebbs and flows, and we definitely saw that as well too. I am not an addiction counselor or specialist or anything, but I can listen. And from what we are being told is it's an addiction. So addiction is addiction, and there are things that people are addicted to that are very expensive, and they don't have the funds to get those, so they get whatever they can, and propane just seems to be easily accessible. Our youth need support and help, and we need people to understand that supporting youth is prevention. Prevention, because these youths are going to become adults. We want them to be the best adults they can be. And without this right support, that's not going to happen. So we're constantly advocating for support for our youth.
The RCMP say inhalant or solvent use isn't new to the north. They say people have been known to steal gasoline cans or propane tanks. Officers also encourage people to lock them up. They're called forever chemicals. PFAS are synthetic chemicals that are used in a wide range of products like food packaging, nonstick pans, stain-resistant fabrics, cosmetics, cleaning products, and firefighting foams. They don't break down, they can build up in wildlife and people, and they can present health risks. Now they're showing up in water systems in the north. Carla Ulrich has that story.
PFAS are called forever chemicals because they have a strong carbon-fluorine bond that makes them nearly impossible to break down. They're resistant to heat and water and can stay in the environment and our bodies for decades. The GNWT has tested drinking water systems in all 33 communities and the NWT. Levels of chemicals were found to be above federal guidelines in Norman Wells last year. It says it doesn't mean there's an immediate health risk, and more testing will be done. The territory doesn't have its own PFAS regulations yet, but says it follows Health Canada's recommended guidelines. Environmental experts say that PFAS are highly toxic and can travel long distances, and that stronger action is needed to limit health concerns.
We're saying that we're trying to keep our water safe. We're trying to protect northern communities, northern species, but we can't really do that until we say we have to stop using this highly toxic stuff.
PFAS levels may be higher near factories, waste dumps, and where firefighting foams were used, like airports. And research indicates that PFAS can travel through air, water, and food chains. Barker says researchers in Nunvoot have found elevated PFAS levels in people who rely on country foods.
If you are practicing your culture and you are eating country foods, you may be have higher exposure rates as a result. And this is an impossible choice that's being set up for communities in terms of everyone needs to drink water and everyone has to eat.
PFAS chemicals have been found in soil at the Hay River, Fort Simpson, and Nunvoot airports. The GNWT plans to begin site assessments at the Hay River Airport this year. Barker says Indigenous leaders have been central to PFAS research and are pushing for stronger regulations, including an immediate ban, before contamination becomes harder to manage. Carla Ulrich, CBC News, Fort Smith.
It was a chaotic start to the day for many air travelers across the country. Air Traffic Control Authority NAV Canada says operations are now back to normal after bomb threats at multiple airports. It grounded flights in several cities as authorities carried out searches. Nicole Williams has the details.
This was the scene at Ottawa's International Airport this morning. The terminal crawling with police officers, sniffer dogs, and hundreds of passengers left waiting.
They just said it was a security issue for flights coming in or going out. That's what I heard.
That security issue a bomb threat. NAV Canada, which oversees air traffic control, says it was made aware of bomb threats affecting facilities in Ottawa, Montreal, Edmonton, Winnipeg, Calgary, and Vancouver early Thursday morning. Staff were moved to a safe place while the agency and police did their investigations, but some passengers caught off guard.
Do I have the opportunity even to leave right now because I don't feel safe here? And that was also going through my mind of I've got my 3 kids at home and now I'm sitting in an airport that has a bomb threat.
Others unaware there was even a problem until after they got to the airport.
We get down through security, everything's fine until we look to find our gate and we see that the hallway to our gate's blocked off. So at that point we looked at the screens and it showed that our flight to Vancouver was canceled.
NAVCAN isn't sharing more details about the nature of the threat, but Winnipeg RCMP say the airport there received a call around 6 a.m. local time that a bomb was in the control tower. Police did a search but found nothing. NAVCAN says operations are back to normal, but dozens of flights across the country and as far as Chicago and Washington delayed or canceled, leaving passengers in a lurch.
I'm probably around $500 to $600 just by not making my flight today.
Some passengers stuck at the Ottawa airport for hours longer than expected. Direct flights rebooked days from now. Others not able to get any help at all.
The investigation into exactly what happened is ongoing. NAV Canada says it's working with police and Transport Canada to get to the bottom of who made these threats. And in the meantime, they're asking air passengers to continue checking their flight status before they head to the airport. Nicole Williams, CBC News, Ottawa.
Ottawa is moving quickly to select and fast-track key energy and infrastructure projects after Bill C-5 became law last week. Major Canadian projects have long stalled over slow permits and other roadblocks. David Thurton explains where things go from here.
Canada is ready to build big things, something some say it hasn't done for a while.
What we can see is that there's a number of failed projects around the country.
This former top public servant has seen firsthand how Canada has struggled to get things done. From oil and gas infrastructure to transmission lines connecting provinces to clean power. Sources tell CBC News cabinet ministers are meeting through the summer to implement Mark Carney's vision. Now that Bill C-5 has passed, he's able to build on a scale and pace not seen in decades. Approving projects up front, fast-tracking environmental reviews.
The real work begins now.
Cabinet will soon come up with a list of energy and infrastructure projects deemed in the national interest. A list that can't come soon enough for some.
That guy needs to be walking around every day in his vest pocket with a list of the 20 projects, pulling it out and saying what's off the rails, what's on the rails.
Another priority, Indigenous consultation. Some have vocally opposed the pace Carney's moving.
Opening up and dialogue between government officials and First Nation governments need to happen. And it's a two-way street. Dialogue happens both ways, not one way ramming something through.
This Inuit-owned corporation, though, backs Carney's plans in hopes of connecting Nunvoot to the national grid and high-speed internet, a transmission project that's shovel-ready but lacking financing.
That is the one defining hurdle in the development of those major projects that are 100% Indigenous led and owned, is the fact that access to capital is hard.
Expectations are high. Carney will get big things built while respecting Indigenous rights. On that front, Carney will host Indigenous leaders here in the nation's capital for summits in about 2 weeks. David Thurton, CBC News, Ottawa.
The Montreal Insectarium is one of the largest insect museums in North America, and it's marking 10 years of working with youth in Nunavut. Together, they've been studying butterflies and moths in the region. Heidi Adder tells us more.
The Montreal Insectarium is trying to get a baseline for how these tiny critters are doing. Butterflies and moths may have insights to share about climate change. Maxime L'Hervé is the director of the Montreal Insectarium. He says so far, together they have identified 197 different butterfly and moth species.
That is a lot, but what we find more amazing is that we found some species that were not known on the territory, right? So that was something quite unexpected.
Larrivee says he expects it's only about 80% of the species, so more may be found in the north. 98% of the Nunvoot and Nunvoot butterflies live in the Arctic year-round. Larrivee says studying them could give insights into how animals may adapt to climate change.
Insects are capable of producing a lot of individuals. It increases their capacity to adapt. You know, our perspective is that if insects are now incapable of adapting, that means that pretty much every other animal, including humans, right, will have a much harder time to adapt to the changing conditions.
Larrivee is dreaming of a future with Inuit entomologists studying the insects in their areas, bringing the Inuit knowledge of the environment to the sciences. To help that dream, Larrivee says they're open to working with any other northern communities that are interested in partnering. Heidi Adder, CBC News, Happy Valley, Goose Bay.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. Over 20 beluga whales were caught in Iqaluit recently. We leave you tonight with some footage from the hunt. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.
This astonishing world, with its infinite possibilities, calls to the world shapers, impact makers, visioneers. Together, let's unlock potential everywhere.
Being there means being here. Russian forces, they want it badly. It's just a fraction of the mess here in Port aux Basques. To witness, to listen, to share. I do worry about them. Adrian Arsenault reports on CBC News. Stream free.
Hey, Dad. I thought you moved into the basement apartment.
I did.
Something wrong with your fridge?
No.
You must love the independence, do you?
Huh?
Forget it.